Hello and welcome to your astrology and spirituality overview for Tuesday, the 14th of July. Elisa, what cards have you chosen today?
Today we are using our tarot cards to see what spiritual influence is affecting us on this Tuesday. So let's see what comes up for us. Okay, the card we pulled here is a major arcana card, and it is the Hermit. The Hermit has quite a few meanings to him or her. It can mean that we want to spend some time within ourselves in some kind of solitude. Now, I know that a lot of us might not want to hear that at the moment, considering many of us has spent a lot of time in solitude. But some huge understandings of ourselves could have come from that, or likes, dislikes, what we see for our future, some introspection, but the Hermit can also be a leader. I think we said this last week in some capacity that he is here. If we look at the image, he's here with his lantern. And in some decks, he's on a mountain with people following him. And this is really wonderful, because to be the trailblazer means you get to explore new things, but it can be a bit lonely at times because you are in the front of the queue, so to speak. And so you're having to make all these breakthroughs on your own.
That's interesting, because the astrology today shows the moon in conjunction with Uranus. So if you're somebody who does like a degree of routine, that can be true for a lot of us. And of course, this year has challenged that hugely. This can be a very restless influence, but it can be one that's good to do something completely spontaneous. And of course, Uranus in Taurus is particularly challenging the status quo, because Taurus energy is very much to do with stability. But also we've got Jupiter, the planet of knowledge, in opposition to the Sun. Now, this can make us have big ideas. It can see us being more expansive. It can also kind of kid ourselves into being a bit overconfident. But I think in relation to the Hermit card there, perhaps we can take the prompt from the astrology and the tarot as that the role of Jupiter, yes, at times maybe it can make us feel that we can overcome anything, which is actually not such a bad thing. But also at the same time, it is asking us to be open-minded about ideals, particularly higher ideals. And then when it comes to, if our response is to just stick with what we know and be resistant to change, then I think the moon's connection with Uranus can make us feel tense and on edge. So the Hermit card really is coming along saying, how can we use some new knowledge, new ideas, new wisdom perhaps, to guide getting a balance between the opposition of the Sun and Jupiter and the restlessness that the Moon and Uranus is promoting too.
That's fantastic. So thank you so much for joining us here today. And I just, we'd like to say a big thank you to our Patreons who really do support us and helping make this free content. And you can become a Patreon from as little as $3 a month. So,
and actually, we would love $3 a month, because if we could get more people to pay just $3 a month, which is the price of a coffee, a takeaway coffee, it's 1 cent a day, it does help to make our position more secure. I have to be honest, when you've been a public figure for some time, okay, maybe not in a major way, there can be an assumption that, you know, we are rolling around in money, but we actually work extraordinarily hard. We in fact probably work 7 days a week every week in some way or other. So your support would be really treasured. So thank you.
Yeah, and if you would also like to see your daily horoscope for today, you can find that in the description box beneath this video. But until we speak again tomorrow, it is goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.